This is doom scenario for SK.
Yeah, they're picked into a corner there on the side of SK Gaming. I think talent that's really showing up also on the side of Schalke. Let's run through a couple of replays here, starting with this Drake fight for Schalke, and our resident Scion lover, Drakos, had a lot to say about these Qs.
Not just lane swaps. When your enemy's going to let you full channel 3 or 4 Qs in a fight, boy, does Scion look super broken. Now, of course, generally, this is going to be a different fight than the one I was talking about, but
yeah, no, it was his Qs. Or wasn't it?
It's because it didn't have the front part of the clip onto it, which is why
this is just the final Q, which the ward comes out right after Crownshot gets completely knocked up, and luckily through the power of Ezreal, Yuumi survives. But what you missed before this is they land the first Q to get a perfect pick, the next Q to get a fight, and this final Q, of course, to take out Crownshot in the process. And that's exceptionally hard to do on a champion that has a 2.5-second channel time. And shout out to the boss. I guess you're not playing solo queue this week because it seems like all the pros forgot what Scion does.
Drakos loves Scion. I'm going to cut him off right there. We do have a couple of more replays to get through. Next up, the Baron that then knits Schalke the win definitively. They were already in the driving seat, but pick on Crownshot Frost, which solidifies this Baron.
Also, what are you doing? That was twice that Crownshot used his E super aggressively.
Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
For what they can do in the game. We've only spoken about their colors, but I think you guys at home in the collective, you know that that's way more important.
Oh, but Ixu in quite a bit of trouble
trying
here.
To pull the minion
what
no,
is he? What was that? What?
Yeah, that's first blood. That's what that was.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll have to see what Kani is going to be able to do. Doesn't actually pick up Moby Boots or Boots of Swiftness. Obviously, Kiana has...
In goes Ixu. As maybe what?
Kuzan might TP.
Okay, in comes Kani. There's the flash forward. They get the stun. And the Supreme Display of Talent won't even really be necessary, as that was a very quick kill.
He's also doing a very good job in the CS department. He's not as far behind against Kuzan as he should be. And this is where a lot of the pressure is actually going to come in, is juggling the mid lane roams from this champion.
Not going to be able to get out of the way is Flawless, but he does eventually get out of the stun. Ixu's teleported forward. Now the Crocodile's getting a lot of value. Supreme Display of Talent, but it's a 1-for-1 so far as the supports have been taken down. Trigger out of the fight, but now has the curtain call available. That's one. Lands the second as well as Beyond trying to get out of the way, but unfortunately, Kani just has no health bar. And in the end, it's going to be Dynamics walking away with an advantage unless Rich falls down. Spear will land, but Flawless, it'll probably be Infernal Soul. And, no, it will be
there with the Supreme Display of Talent, and you can see Renekton tries to get onto Duck Dom, but he doesn't have flash, can't follow over the pit. Almost kills Beyond, who then goes super mode.
To live. We've got Kuzan coming in.
Oh,
Flawless.
man.
Oh, that Primal Surge was fantastic. It's going to save his life for the moment as Ixu decides he wants to get out of there. Flawless now trying to throw some spears back as the arrow will pierce the heavens, but not the Nidalee as Ixu looks for another Q but won't find it. Gets turned into a thrall and will help Beyond farm his jungle. In the meantime, Solo and Prince are pushing up the mid lane. They might be able to lock down this turret as there's a Supreme Display of Talent, but I think he might be heading into the Death Realm, and he will as Kani goes into stealth for a little while, and Kuzan's even able to pick up the Nidalee. It's a disaster.
So in the end, and Shelly is about to crash into the turret.
We'll take that one down. I do need to talk about Kuzan and Lissandra in general. Back in the day, Kuzan was a huge advocate of the Lissandra, as Rich is going to throw down the ulti. Ixu in a whole host of trouble. He doesn't have ult, remember? So this Crocodile is he's put into the pen, and he's going to be taken down. As Beyond, he ulted.
He just shoved in the top wave, recall, and then group for the Mountain Dragon, because that should be of the utmost
Instead,
importance.
they're going to go for a fight. The Guga does have a stopwatch available. Mia goes golden as well, but he is going to die. Flawless had already fallen, and Trigger is abandoning this outer turret. You're talking a lot of work with all the extra terrain that has been built up, as now Kani spotted by that control ward. He's with Ixu along the side, but now the fight has been started 5 versus 3. Kaney trying to get in there, but Mia's already dead. The ongoing down low, but oh my god, Rich. Gigantic damage into the backline.
This is a massacre.
He hasn't even started doing anything yet. He gets pressured out towards the backside of that fight, and Dynamics might actually just get a clean sweep here, as Rich is still looking for some crocodile soup. Kaney trying to get out some smoke and mirrors, dancing around here, as Beyond going to flash in and say, stop being silly. As he's looking for the thwack, not even going to get it, as Dr. throws a volley his way and will lock down the kill. LS, I hazard to think that this game might be over.
Okay, I also agree with you. I think that this game is probably all that, because he would be running for the hills for a couple of seconds, then
Ixu
recalling,
steals a blue buff.
regioning.
Will
What
he
is
be
Ixu
able to
doing?
survive with it is the question.
Oh
Flashes
my
the
god, he
wall.
actually
Okay,
flashed.
Kuzan's going to kill him. And so this is going to be the blue buff handoff to the Lissandra. Absolutely perfect. That's what you wanted. If you're a Dynamics fan. 8,000 gold in the lead, 21 minutes into this game. And Solo and Prince are grouped in the mid lane. Dr. playing towards his strong side. Guga here, there's the flash hook. They might be able to get the Ashe, but she flashes out of the way. Guga as well, just eating so much of the DPS. And Mia will be taken down, but can they get anything more? Looks like the answer is going to be no, as the cat is going to pounce her way out. Spear connects onto Beyond, but I mean, everywhere Dynamics goes, they just get kills.
Outside of a 5-man Kiana ultimate into Renekton, I thought that was worth it. This is like, it's like Kennen was Boris. He's like, hey, you want this blue buff? And he's like, well, actually, yeah.
It's a steal!
Kennen actually looks like Boris.
We're going to have a look at another fight. As Ixu's trying to go aggressive. Don't know whether it's the best idea, because he's turned into Crocodile Soup very, very quickly. As Dynamics, they don't even remember the flavor. The game has revolved around Rich and Kuzan throughout the majority. As Kaney going to be taking a lot of damage here. Arrow's just going to nail him, but he does have the cleanse. Mia is going to be the sacrificial lamb, and he will be taken down. But this is what happens every single time. As soon as a fight breaks out, Mia dies. Dynamics.
That Solo and Prince is going to be able to resist.
I mean,
against Mountain Soul. Also, shout out.
Just going to lose. So right now, Solo and Prince should be thinking about the next game. And not thinking about this at all, as Mia once again going to get caught out, although he's the one that decided to hook in, as Ixu finds the backline. Kaney as well, supreme display of talent, lands onto 2, but I mean, at the moment they're just smacking them with their wallets. Rich flashing on over, doesn't know which one to kill, and in the end isn't going to find any of them. That's a little bit unfortunate there, as now Kuzan trying to make his way in.
Oh, the Q dissipated.
Oh, Trigger now trying to run Kuzan over the wall with the Claw of Doom. And I believe the Jhin has found himself in a safe place. Spear connects onto Guga, as now they're at least trying to do something. But the rest of Dynamics, they're going to be taking down inhibitor turrets. Not going to be too much that they can do here, as Beyond is just going to press his Q button and says, Trigger, get out of here. Not going to get in here at all. The captive audience not really going to be captivating anyone, as Flawless, he is well and truly dead. There's so much CC on this Dynamics roster. As Trigger still trying to get up there, trying to clear minion waves, but the inhibitor is well and truly dead.
For Dynamics.
Kaney thinking about coming in and trying to stop them, as Mia once again on the front line. Ixu trying to go in, the Baron. They're going to try and turn off it. Gargoyle Stoneplate won't help the Nautilus survive. As even Rich, I mean, he's just so tanky. Even with a Crocodile bearing down on him, a Jhin trying to fight him off. As Dr. He's going to take down the Crocodile himself. Now Trigger can't deal with these super minions, as Kuzan, he's teleported behind the Jhin. And Trigger's like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm running through the jungle. And Kaney also, he's trying to hunt Kuzan here. Is the hunt... Who's getting hunted here? I'm not entirely sure. But what I do know is Dynamics are winning the game. Supreme display of talent. Kuzan taking a lot of damage, but he goes golden. He eventually goes down. 1,000 gold will be delivered to Solo One Prince, and they will be delivered a loss on the scoreboard. Nexus to be taken out here at 27.5 minutes.
And no, Darius.
All right.
Is now being moved.